Welcome to your daily dose of hope. I'm Phyllis Nichols, and I'm glad you're here. These days, it can feel like having an opinion, any opinion, comes with a warning label. Say something bold and you're controversial, say nothing and you're complicit. So, what do we do when we do truly disagree? Because disagreement is inevitable, it's just part of life. We're not all wired the same, we're not raised the same, we're shaped by different life experiences. We're just not always going to see eye to eye on everything. And here's what I've noticed. It's not the disagreement that causes the damage all the time, although sometimes we can really have differing opinions that are dramatic or feel like really big issues. But often it's in how we handle it that the anxiety and hurt feelings and maybe even the controversy comes from. So today I just want to remind you that, we can assume positive intent until we know differently. We can also choose to be curious instead of jumping right into malice, and we can ask questions before we make judgments. When we're asking questions, we can listen for the why, not just the what. When we recognize that holding different views doesn't automatically have to make someone the enemy, it can just mean that they have a different take on something and they've had a different life experience. Being controversial isn't inherently bad either. That's important to note. It can be the spark that leads to better ideas and innovation and deeper understanding. In every sort of big breakthrough, kind of, disruptions in industry and even in social norms, somebody is somewhere along the line had to go, hey, what if we did this differently? The danger comes when controversy becomes the weapon instead of the conversation. So maybe the question isn't, should we be controversial? Maybe it's, how do we stay human while we have different opinions? Now, women are often, in ways big and small, being told that opinionated is a bad thing. And this starts when we're actually little girls. Admit it, when you hear that somebody is described as opinionated, you don't think how kind they must be or how thoughtful. You most likely think, oh, she must be pushy or arrogant or maybe even rude. Today's a good day to remember that our opinions really do matter, and it's okay to take a stand for things that are important to you. It doesn't mean you have to argue or force other people to agree with you, for sure. But being clear is the first step to requiring others to, at minimum, respect how you feel. It starts with respecting ourselves and being honest about how we truly feel. And that to me is the best part of being opinionated. Knowing what matters to me that's worth standing up for, that's worth speaking up for. Here's to all the opinionated people listening today. Don't be afraid to take a stand if it's something that's important to you. And also remember, people don't have to agree with you, but they also don't get to disrespect you. This podcast is part of the Sound Advice FM network. Sound Advice FM, women's voices amplified.